Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Minister of Tourism and Antiquities, Jordan, Her Excellency Lina Annab, and Skift founder and CEO, Rafat Ali.
So, you say you've got a bucket list. You say you'd love to see the world wonders. You always talk about this fairy tale road trip that you'll do one day. You dream about diving deep into another culture, another people. Or how about diving deep into the world underwater and flying above it? You always say you want to go rock climbing, not indoor, the real thing. You always say you want to explore the world's ancient civilizations. You talk about disconnecting from all the noise of your day-to-day life. You talk about wanting to lose yourself or find yourself in nature. To find yourself sleeping under the sky of 1,000,000 stars. Or maybe just floating at the lowest point on Earth. Is this your wish list? Or is this your do list? Well, what are you waiting for? Welcome to Jordan.
Thank you, Lina, for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So how many of you have personally met Lina? Because Lina is the hardest working person in all of travel. A lot of people, if this was all the people from the conference, if you poll, I bet like 20% have personally met you. I've said this publicly, if every country in the world has somebody leading their tourism like Lina, the world would be a lot better place for it. Okay. I was in Jordan last month, spent a bunch of time with you and saw a bunch of stuff, not Petra, which I'm going to come in my next trip. But so how are you thinking about developing tourism in Jordan? Obviously, it's a beacon in a larger area that people have a lot of preconceptions about.
Thank you, Rafat. First, I'd like to congratulate you on all the announcements that you made this morning. Really, it's fantastic to see how Skift has grown over the very few years, the past few years. How we are going about developing tourism in Jordan is very much not falling into what you just mentioned this morning, into the trap of sameness. We're very aware of what's happening worldwide. We are also very aware of our offering, about the diversity that we have, whether it is cultural or natural or ecological. All of these assets that we have, we are now working on harnessing them in showing and in showcasing how different and how beautiful Jordan is. And we're doing that by staying true to ourselves, by showing the beautiful values that our country has to offer, that we have been showing the world. Today, in one of the reports that you showed, it says to be compassionate. And I think if a tourist or a visitor is to come out of Jordan left with one word, probably that one word would be compassionate. It's the people that we have who are really turning our tourism industry into, or who will help turn the tourism industry into the world-class industry that we would like to see.
And I know you're looking at tourism in sort of a very holistic way. Dining, food is a big part of it. Wellness is another part of it. So how are you looking at sort of a holistic experience across the whole ecosystem?
We're, we're being demand-driven. So we're focusing on the needs of the customers and to see what they are looking for. And if we've heard anything today, we've heard a lot of leads, whether it is culinary, whether it is wellness, whether it is technology, whether it is innovation. And it is up to us now how to bring all of these together so that we can curate the kind of experience that visitors are looking for. Luckily, if we were to look at our competitive strength, we have several strengths that are in demand today, whether it is the cultural diversity that we have or even the historical, culinary. I mean, one repeated reaction of people who come to our country, to Jordan, is how wonderful and how delicious the food is and how beautiful the that whole experience is, that whole culinary experience. So it is a matter of bringing all this together and making it into one unforgettable experience, which I'm very happy to say that many of our visitors, and especially those who have traveled the world, it is very, very heartening to see them when they leave to say that this is one of the best experiences that they've ever had, knowing that they have roamed the world. To know that Jordan offered the best experience in the world is something really that we are very proud of.
So all people here are from the travel industry. What is your ask from the travel industry?
My ask as Jordan, you mean?
Yes.
We are
besides sending tourists.
Yeah. Today we are keeping up with the times, and we are very aware of all the disruptive changes that are taking place, and we look at these changes as opportunities rather than challenges. So my ask is for anybody who has a genuine, who has a unique, who has an original, who has an idea that you think Jordan could collaborate or could be a partner in bringing this idea to the world or to experimenting with it in Jordan, we are more than ready to do that. We are already in partnerships with major digital platforms. Today they are market leaders. I can say those names. We are today in lots of projects with Airbnb, with the sharing economy is figuring out very prominently in our tourism development. And as I said, we are open for business. So if anyone has any idea that you would like to experiment, pilot, or even launch in Jordan, you are more than welcome. This is on the business side. On the personal side, please consider my presence here as a personal invitation to each and every one of you. I promise you will have the time of your life.
Thank you very much. I want to say that the lunch is sponsored by the Jordan Tourism Board. I wish it was Jordanian food. What was that restaurant we went to in Amman?
Shams al-Balad.
Shams al-Balad, my favorite restaurant probably in the whole world at this point. This is a vegetarian restaurant in Amman. I promise you it will become your favorite restaurant. Go there.
Thank you.
All right, thank you everyone.